What's up, y'all? CVMG here again, and I'm here for y'all new guys. Now, I've seen a lot of new people coming into the game, coming into my Discord and chatting in the chat channels, asking a bunch of questions and not really getting a lot of answers. Well, I'm here for y'all. I'm here to let you know, by the way, if you want to join my Discord, there's a bunch of new guys in my Discord and a bunch of veteran guys in there too that are talk to each other and help each other out. So if you want to join and you have a question and you're not getting an answer, just go ahead and join the Discord, pop it in the general chat, and somebody will get back to you pretty soon, usually. So, welcome to Heroes War Counterattack. Now, are you a veteran player or are you a newbie player? First thing you're going to get into, either way, you don't really have a choice. They're going to launch you into the story. You're going to go through all these chapters in the story on hard section, go through all these chapters of the story on Union, and then all these chapters in the story on Season 2. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just push through the story as much as you can to get as far as you can, because the farther you get, the more experience and gold you get, and that's what's going to help boost you. If you're getting stuck on like a certain stage or something, it's more than likely just because you're underleveled and you need to work on your character some more. That being said, you can also push yourself a little bit farther than you normally would if the stage you're stuck on, if you click here on friend support, you will see a list of friends and their mercenaries that you can use. You can use their mercenaries to carry you on the stage you're stuck. And if you see these bottom two suggested friends, you see right now we're looking at Marissa bottom left and Tarek bottom right. If you cancel and you don't want one of those units, you go out and then re-enter the stage. Reopening the friend support will net you new friends that you can add and new suggestions. So if you're having trouble finding a unit that's going to help you or a unit that's going to carry you through the story, you can just keep refreshing it until you can get as far in the story as you possibly can. Now, the reason we're rushing the story so fast is because all of the stuff that you can do is pretty much based on your equipment. How far you can achieve in PvP and in PvP is going to be based on your equipment. So the first chance is you're able to get 5-star equipment. 5-star is the highest star equipment you can get. Now, they will be coming out with 6-star in a future update, but for now, we just need to hunt the 5-star equipments. So after getting as far in the story as you can just with the units that you're initially given, you're going to want to go through the contract list, and you can look through every single unit's entire skill set when it is promoted and when it is unpromoted. For example, if you're interested in Irina, if you click on her contract, the text on the top is what we're going to be seeing whenever you just first get her. You just get her and she will be able to do what the text says on the top. But as you get her SSR card, which is this card, you will unlock the bonus trait underneath that ability that will give her an extra bonus effect with that skill. So you definitely want to take into account the bonus effects that you're getting with your skill altogether. Now, if you're having trouble picking a mercenary you want, do not ask the chat and definitely do not go into these reviews, because there is definitely reports and of people giving bad reviews on purpose just so that people do not pick those units. So the reviews and asking the chat is not really going to be the best way to find out if you actually like these units. A good way to determine how effective these units are going to be for your team and how much they're actually going to help you in the future is one, going into the arena, and if you look at the top ranked members of arena, if you're interested in PvP, then seeing the units that the top ranked people in arena are using, those are probably going to be good units for you to use. If they're top ranked in arena, they're going to be good for you to use in arena as well. On top of that, for example, this lady with the white hair right here's name is Lakshmi. We're seeing her in the arena a lot right now. So if you're interested in checking her out, not only should you be looking at their arena statistics, but if you go into the trace specimens, this is actually where you get the best equipments in the game. So for in-game PvP, we're going to be looking at arena, and for in-game PvE, we're really going to be farming these trace specimens for a very long time. So if you go and click on the trace specimens and you click strategy details, you can actually choose the floor that you want to see the most used units. If we see on floor 11 of one of these trace specimens, Lakshmi is a #1 used unit. And it will be the same if we go into the other one. If you go and you click on strategy details for floor 11, you'll see that she is in the top 10 of those units. So if she's good for PvP and she's good for the trace specimen, then it's probably a good bet that if you get her, she's going to be very helpful for you in the long run. And one final place you can test to see if a unit is good for use in PvE is if you go to the Underground Refinery. Some of the hardest boss challenges are available to you in Underground Refinery. If you click on strategy info for floor 50, you will again see 10 units that other players have used to beat floor 50 of the Underground Arena, which is going to be the hardest stage. So picking one of these units is going to be good for PvE in general. That being said, don't get discouraged if you bought a unit that hasn't hit top 10 in any content yet, because the game is still relatively new to the global server, so more people will be using more units as time goes on, and there's probably some hidden gems here and there that people haven't quite explored enough for us to understand their exact usefulness yet. So think of yourself more as a pioneer or a trailblazer for actually experimenting for those units for us. As well as if you pick a unit that you have and you go ahead and buy the unit and you're having trouble figuring out how to build them, because there are many different equipment types, there are many different stats that you can put on your equipments and you're not exactly sure which ones you want to do, they actually just released a feature where if you go into the virtual training and you go into the hero challenge, you can see every single unit in the game on the hero challenge. And if you pick a unit that you're interested in, you can actually inspect some of the top players' builds. For example, if you're interested in Lakshmi, you go to a player that has her inspectable and you can see exactly what they're using on her, so you can sort of mimic their build in order to help achieve some of the in-game content that they're doing with these units. Clicking on their respective gear will show you their stats and substats. You can click on their rage card to see what effective rage cards they're using, and all of that information is openly available to you if those players are making that information openly available. As for hero cards and rage cards, as you pull the hero, you're definitely going to want to get their hero card and their rage card. These event draw banners are exactly useful for getting exclusive equipments for a hero. For example, Nacri is the banner right now. Exclusive equipment is one of the hardest gear to get for your character. Getting the legendary version of an exclusive equipment essentially provides you an extra effect or extra buff to one of your skills. And they can be a doozy to craft for in-game players, so if you want to go for a banner, definitely go until you get the legendary exclusive equipment for whoever is on the banner, and then move on. Because whenever you go into the normal draw, if you view the rate-up cards, you can actually change who you're more likely to get cards for. For example, if you wanted Lakshmi, you could take out all of the options that are already in there, and you can select manually who you would like to receive cards for. As well as with the rage cards. If you wanted to mimic a rage card from one of those players, then you can go and you can see the rage cards that are available to you for drawing. The ones that are on the top list are available to you today. The next day will net you this next row, and then so on and so forth. Every day you will be able to net them on the next row. So if you're saving your card draws and saving your tickets for a specific card, you can see what day they're going to become available. Now that you've picked through all your units, you're definitely not going to be able to farm the hardest levels of Trace Specimen right away. So what you want to do is you want to get 5-star equipments in every slot of that character. We're going to use Lakshmi as an example. Whenever you get to Season 2 and you unlock Chapter 3 of Season 2 in the military base, you're going to be able to get Dash Gloves, which might be preferable for Lakshmi. So you would want to farm this level until you got Dash Gloves with the stat that you wanted. And you might be wondering why you would rather farm this instead of farming the Trace Specimen that can get you legendary versions of this. Well, simply put, if you're farming this level, then you are 100% guaranteed if the equipment drops that you will get Dash Gloves. And the only RNG factors at that point are whether it's going to be a normal or premium piece of equipment and what stat is actually going to be on that equipment. So if you're able to get the gloves 5-star with attack speed on them, then you've pretty much crossed off a checkbox on the list of equipment that you need to get for that unit, and it will take you much less energy than if you are doing the Trace Specimens. Because, for example, if you were going into Trace Specimens, the lowest levels that you're able to actually get these 5-star equipments is going to be floor 7. It's going to cost you a lot more energy per run to actually do a run and get the equipment all together. As well as on floor 7, there are no guarantees. You can get anywhere from 3-star to 5-star equipments, so you'll actually have to be able to do floor 8 100% of the time in order to knock 3-star equipments out of that equation. Not only that, but just because you can do floor 8 reliably does not mean that it is going to be efficient, because it's going to cost you even more energy, and on top of that, if you're going for Dash equipments, you're not guaranteed to get the equipment slot you need. For example, if you wanted gloves, that's no longer a guarantee, and it's not even a guarantee that you'll get Dash equipment at all, because you could essentially get one of these other equipments. You could get Smash, or you could get Indomitability, or you could get Endurance. It's going to add a lot more RNG factors to you obtaining gear than it would be if you just farmed it in the story. So you're essentially going to be wasting a lot of energy, and it's going to cost you a lot of diamonds to do it that way. And your diamonds and Neostones can definitely be focused elsewhere. For example, you can use diamonds to unlock certain champions. Now, you can actually use diamonds and Neostones, because every day there will be a new unit in the shop for you to purchase with Neostones. If you do not own them, it will cost you 8,000 to unlock them, and then it will cost you 800 for a chance to pull their card every time after that. For example, I have Iron right now, but if I use 800 crystals, then I get to pull a card for him. Not guaranteed to be SSR or SR, but you at least get a card. Now, the more characters you have unlocked, you actually get to unlock more collection effects, which is an increase of your stats to all of your units in all content, or in the labeled content that the collection effect says. For example, 10% attack in arena. So since I have all these units leveled up to these levels, their levels added together equal above 225, which is getting me a bonus 10% attack in the arena. There are a lot of set effects for this, so you definitely want to collect them all, and it's entirely feasible to collect them all. As for using Neostones for them, I would recommend using Neostones later, because if we check out the mercenary list right now, then whenever you get to start super boosting units, whenever they get to level 40, they stop leveling up naturally. You have to do something called super boosting, which costs these cores that we can farm in Season 2 and with the crafting table, and it also costs us Neostones. We see going from level 48 to 50 is going to cost us 50,000 Neostones, which is a big chunk. That's essentially enough Neostones to collect 6 entire characters from the contract list with Neostones. So if you want to power up a character to their maximum potential, it's going to take you a long time to do that if you're spending all of your beginning Neostones on getting collection effect bonuses instead of just boosting their stats naturally. That being said, once you have an effective team and you're able to do these mercenary missions, these are where you farm Neostones naturally, and you can get 8,000 of them a day for doing the final levels of these mercenary missions. And at that point, if you're able to farm these on their hardest levels every day, it's not going to be a big deal to start purchasing mercenaries with Neostones. The next thing you're going to want to do ASAP is join a guild, because whenever you do the guild raids, the guild raid will reset every single week. You will have 5 attempts to attack them every day, and for the first time of reaching a high score damage for the week, you essentially obtain more Neostones. So we see here, for every single little damage milestone that we passed, we were able to collect all these Neostones, and it definitely adds up to a humongous chunk. Not only that, but you can do Goodwill battles with your friends to get free energy every day. And you get to do these dispatches on an hourly timer, so it's sort of like a little bonus mission that your mercenaries go off and do on the side. They're still in your hands to use for whatever you need to use them for, but they will bring you back extra resources, including Neostones, diamonds, arena tokens, and all of that, based on what you choose, based on your guild level, and that's basically a passive income. One thing that you're definitely going to want to look out for is this conversion station. If you choose something that you want to level up, you definitely want to level up the conversion station. You're definitely going to get a lot of these experience boosters in your time, and eventually you'll be sitting with 10,000 of them like, what the heck do I do with these? Use them to convert into ability amplifiers, as well as the more you upgrade this station, it will take less time for you to craft a core. You can obtain these badges daily in the Battle Center reward, where it's like a little side extra mission, event mission that you get to obtain these badges to help increase the ability skills of your mercenaries, or you can convert them into cores to level up and super boost them like we saw earlier. Cores are definitely not easy to obtain in the beginning of the game, so the faster you level up your conversion station, the faster you can get those guys on par with some of the in-game players. Just for reference, having a level 8 conversion station is going to be able to net you 100 cores of a certain type per day. The next very important thing you're going to want to check is the event page, because as you start the game, there are going to be events that you can do over a period of time, and that time is limited, and they do provide you with a lot of rewards and prizes just for doing stuff in the game that you would normally do. Always make sure to have all of the cards that you draw from your daily draws in the card research, because as you level them up, whenever a card reaches level 20, you will get a token for that card's rarity. So a gray card level 20 will get you a gray token, and then disassembling it at level 20 will get you another gray token. So instead of just disassembling it right off the bat, you can net twice as many tokens if you level it up to 20 first. And these level up just as you spend energy, so it's not a big deal. It's not taking away from your mercenaries. Which puts us on to our next subject that is very important. Use these tokens in the token shop. You can get SSR skill draw tickets, SSR rage card tickets, you can get 10 premium draws, you can get an SSR selective ticket, and an SSR promotion card that you can use these to obtain the SSR cards of units that you're using, and you can also use the promotion cards to increase the level of any SSR card you have, which is very rare, very valuable. You definitely want to get that every reset. Same for in the arena shop. If you're doing arena, whether you win or lose, it doesn't matter, because you'll still net tokens, and you can get an SSR promotion card every week, as well as based on your rank at the end of the week, you will get bonus diamonds and prizes. Next, definitely max your friend list at least up to 49, so that if somebody wants to send you an invite, they can send you an invite, but you want to send all of your friendship points to all your friends every day, because as you do that and as they send you friendship points, those can be spent in the friendship shop, which will get you more energy basically for free, more arena tickets for free, more battle center tickets, which can get you more badges, which can get you crafting more cores, and that's all essentially just free for having friends in the game. And last but not least, you want to do the underground refinery. As you get underground refinery points, you can use these on exclusive equipment pieces. Exclusive equipment is for units that will increase their stats and act as another piece of a set. For example, this exclusive equipment has looting and smash. So since smash is a 2-set equipment set, I now only need to put on 1 piece of smash gear, and then this exclusive equipment smash gear will take effect as well, so that she can get the entire set bonus. Same with looting. Since she has it on her exclusive equipment, I only need 3 pieces of gear to her equipped so that she can get the entire set. As well as if this is legendary, she gets an extra bonus effect to her ability. For example, someone like Nadine's recovers the HP of 20% whenever she uses her rage skills, so it's just adding bonus features to your abilities. These abilities here, by the way, are what you want to power up with badges from the Battle Center whenever you're not using them for crafting cores. So you want to do this as much as possible, because it takes a lot of badges to get them all the way up to SSS, and you will be using a lot of badges to do so. Don't forget, a lot of people did not know that the farther you get in underground refinery, you do get a one-time reward for all of those floors that you've already done. But on top of that, for every 10 floors, you can auto-refine for the day to get yourself extra refinery points, so that you can use those to craft more exclusive equipments with the exclusive equipment pieces you got from the shop. In the equipment factory, if you scroll all the way down, then you can craft exclusive equipments here for your units, and then as you craft them, you can disassemble the ones that you don't need for more exclusive equipment pieces, and you can use them here to craft a possible legendary exclusive equipment. So if you plan on spending money on the game, I will tell you the 2 most important things that you can get. One is the subscription package. For every time you do a stage, you'll see a little box where you didn't get that piece of equipment, but it gives you a chance to give you that piece of equipment with a subscription. Now, I'll go ahead and say that I've seen people complaining. There's a little bit of an urban myth that if you don't have the subscription that they hold the best gear from you. This is absolutely not true. I have tested this myself with the free trial of the subscription. Oftentimes it is just another little equipment that you've earned. It's in no way better than the first one. It can be, but it's entirely based off the RNG of the stage. It's not specifically better on purpose. The next thing I'll say could be worth it is this exclusive equipment pack. If you have 3 or more members of your team on this list and you don't have any exclusive equipments for them, it's only going to cost you 500 diamonds to get exclusive equipments for them. So this is a good way to get equipments if you don't have any. And the last thing that is going to be worth it is going to be these packs that give you legendary exclusive equipments. Now, every other thing in the game basically just costs you energy, but exclusive equipment essentially down to bare bones costs you a lot of energy, because for every gear you obtain, you disassemble that gear for a chance to get adamant ore that you use to craft other exclusive equipments that you disassemble for exclusive equipment pieces that you use to craft a possible legendary, and it's just a big hassle to farm those. So if you want to spend something on more than just the subscription package, this is going to be your best bet. And then the very last thing I'm going to point out is your mercenary power-up. For every mercenary you level up, you will get a mercenary point that you can use here to increase the stats of all members of a class. For example, if I level up this tank stat right here, all of these units labeled as a tank that I own will get an increase to their attack, defense, and HP. On top of that, if you collect a lot of mercenaries and you start getting a lot of points, after maxing one, you can unlock advanced research, which has bonus upgrades based on your class that is very specifically useful to that class. For example, ragers will get bonus crit rate, dealers will get bonus movement range, and it's just very helpful. Other than that, if you have any other questions, feel free to join the Discord. We have people in there at all times of the day that are willing to answer your questions. And that's going to do it for me today, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye.